All right, folks, welcome to the video. Anthony Special here with Hawkeye Traders. Hope everyone's doing well. Want to dive into some wide bars here on gold futures. The reason I want to kind of talk about this is because this was identified live in front of some folks who were trading live accounts, and for that it adds a level of credibility that's a little bit different than just hindsight. So this morning, beautiful kind of push rally here after the opening bell. Really strong buying here, 1051. You could see almost immediate follow through. That's a great sign. But where does the reversal happen, right? If you don't get that immediate follow through after a wide bar, you got to start thinking to yourself, you know, where, when, where, how, why am I going to find this reversal? And I watched this happen as it was, transpiring. Notice we get somewhat strong buying volume in a very large candle. And when I say somewhat strong, while there's a high volume radar dot there, notice that it's not nearly as aggressive as the 1051. So that tells me, well, that's a little concerning because there's not as many buyers interested as there was several hours ago. So that has me on high alert. Then consecutively we get another wide bar, right? This wide bar pushes higher and then ultimately closes lower on neutral volume, meaning there was a balance there between buyers and sellers. Well, what do you think the market's going to do after that? Well, it's selling off, right? So what does Hawkeye give you that you're not going to get anywhere else? The ability to see price action and volume in a fashion that triggers a thought process, right? Without manipulating or changing what the chart looks like in any way. And going, wow, super strong buying volume, follow through. Okay. We make a high, market sells off. We retest that high buying volume, but not as high as the 1051 candle. No ability to close above. That's red flag number one. Red flag number two is we trade above it, and then we go on to now close below the prior candle open. Red flag number two. Take a look down here. You can see less buying volume than prior, right? That prior push, big red flag. And then in this candle here, neutral volume. No continuation of interest in seeing price going higher. Right? It just basically a battle occurred up here between buyers and sellers, and now the market is doing what? It's starting to sell off, right? I mean, I would say that kind of where we're at right now, probably a fairly key area, right, of support. If we break that, we'll probably start continuing to fall down, but who cares? What you really needed to know in the moment, which is what matters, is really strong continuation. Really weak immediate failure. So if I'm long and I see this, I want to get out. If I'm looking to short the high, this just layered that confirmation in and gave me the chance to ride this down, just about 90 ticks, 95 ticks so far, right? So this had a great ride on the way up, okay? Broke those prior highs right here. You can see we've now ran somewhere just short of 200 ticks to the upside, and we're now starting to fall back. But, guys, the reality is, if you don't know how to interpret this, if you don't know how to interpret the volume along with what the price action is doing, if you don't have the wide bar bringing your attention to key areas that are certainly very important to be understanding what's happening, when, why, where, okay? And you're not getting the volume to print on your price action like I have it, it's going to be a little more difficult. So what I'd like you to do is go below this video. I'm going to put a training webinar link where you'll join me. Okay, we'll dive a little deeper into this concept relationship between volume and price action. From there, I'd like to get the indicators up on your chart. All right, I'd like you to start analyzing the price movements and how they're complemented by the Hawkeye wide bar and the Hawkeye volume, okay? Because I think that you're going to start to see how things become very meaningful. Now, I'm not just going to give you the indicators and wish you luck. I'm going to also give you access to the Hawkeye Volume Mastery Series so that you can start at your own pace studying the concepts of the way volume and price action interact with one another. Because, guys, it ultimately becomes completely game-changing, right? You'll end up stripping your screen of all the other stuff because you'll now be able to look at it and go, hey, something is ringing a bell. I've seen this before. When this interaction transpires between price and volume, there's a chance that ABC, XYZ may occur. So once you understand these components, guys, to me, it's become invaluable. I'm a paying customer of Hawkeye, okay? So I bought my indicators from Hawkeye. Why? Because I genuinely love them, right? I genuinely love what they do for me. It makes it easy for me. I trade on a naked screen. What you see is what you get, all right? Yes, I have a reference chart that has other markings and analysis on it, and I'm not discouraging you from doing that. But when I come to the market in the morning, I am looking at a naked screen to start making decisions off of, all right? And you would not believe how powerful it becomes when you have less stuff to look at, analyze, and interpret, and just focus on really what matters, and that is that interaction between buyers and sellers. So head on below this video, click that link, join the training webinar. Let's have a conversation. Let's answer any questions you have. Let's get you the indicators, access to the Hawkeye Volume Mastery Series. We really want to see you thrive at this because you'll eventually say, you know what, I'm ready to step away from any and other indicators or software that I'm using and just focus on what matters, right? The best traders in the world are focused on volume and price action, right? Not a bunch of mumbo jumbo stuff, not a dancing unicorn, you know, that farts out colors on their screen. That's all irrelevant, right? What they focus on is what matters, and that's volume and price action. Right? So I want to help you get there because I genuinely believe it will change the path of your trading to a better, more predictable, more profitable, you know, opportunity to see the market from a different light. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for being here. God bless. Make sure you check out that link down below.